Alright, today I'm going to show you how to do a panoramic picture in HDR. So first thing with Panorama is you want to make sure that you're overlapping your pictures so that stitching's easiest. So next is called exposure bracketing. So to create the HDR image, you're going to want to go to your menu options. You want to go to exposure compensation, and you're going to want to click your dial over. I'm just going to break that little notch into 3 separate notches. Then you're going to want to go down to the timer and set a timer or use a remote, so that way when you click it, it'll automatically take all 3 pictures without you having to take each of the 3. After you do that, you're going to be left with some images like this. Each of the horizontal lines there is essentially the same picture, underexposed, overexposed, and evenly exposed. This is going to give me 12 pictures total because I'm doing a panoramic picture that's 4 pictures wide, and it's an HDR. So each frame is HDR. So once you process each of the 3 photos, you're going to have 4 HDR pictures that look like this. Okay, to get each of the HDR images, you're going to use a program called Photomatix Pro. You're going to go to this load bracketed photos up in the corner. You're going to load the first 3 that you want to do. Click that. You're going to click OK. And pretty much the settings that come up here are going to be basically just default. Reduce noise on source images. Make sure you're aligning. I like to check the box that says handheld, just so it corrects any shaking if need be. And just process, let it do its thing, and you're going to have this image here, and it's going to have some presets on the side, so you can kind of click and choose what you want to do. I like to use the balanced because it just makes it look a little bit more natural. And remember, you'll be able to adjust your lighting and your noise and your color, and I'll do that stuff later on. So for now, we're just creating our HDR images. And after each time you do an HDR image, you're going to have this preset box over here. Just go ahead and make sure it's clicked on there. On your second session, and for the next 2 after that, have your last session preset. That way all the HDR pictures are going to come out automatically processed, looking similar to each other. So that way when you stitch them later, it's going to look more natural instead of having 4 pictures that are different lightings and colors. So just make sure you have that clicked. Then you're just going to hit the processing button right down here. And then this is the next screen that you'll come to. So this is where you can kind of play with your contrast, your saturation, your sharpening. You can do a little bit here. And remember, we're going to be doing final touches in Lightroom 5, so you don't really need to use any of that. So just go ahead, go up to File, Save Image as a JPEG, and you're going to repeat that process 4 times to get your 4 HDR images like this. Now we're ready to stitch them together using Photoshop Elements. So please click on the part 2 of this video to see the final steps, and please subscribe.